Hi, everyone. Shit, come on. Hi, everyone. It is me, Sailor Pluto, Tessa here. And today we're going to talk about Billy Graham. Now, keep in mind, I only know a little about him. Some might know more about him. But what I do know about Billy Graham is that he had two runs in WWE, and that he was one of the many or sundriest wrestlers who learned how to wrestle from Stu Hart and Stu Hart's Wrestling Learn, which was always down in the underground. Um, and we don't need to talk about all the other folks that learned how to wrestle there, but he was one of many. Now, I guess he may have wrestled in other wrestling businesses before that, but I don't know how many other ones he wrestled for. But he had his first run in WWF before they became WWF. That would have been his first run. And he beat Bruno Sammartino for, at the time, the WWE heavyweight winnings at the time. But he was a heel, so he cheated to win it. And he was a heel to keep it all the other times that he had it, right up until he lost it to Bob Backlund. Now, to my understanding, Billy Graham didn't like losing to Bob Backlund. He didn't like being booked to lose to Bob Backlund, and I guess that may have led to him leaving. I don't know. Years later, he's all over the stead, doing all kinds of things. But the truth is, no one really seemed to know anything about what he was doing after that. You know, if he was wrestling in other wrestling businesses after that, I don't know. Then he came back to WWE, and this would have been at least around 2005 YL when he started his. Well, then he came back to WWE years later. I'm going to say this would have been around 2012 YL or so for his two-diff run as a spokesman. And that's what he did right up until he died. Now, anyway, a lot of folks might know more about Billy Graham or Overstar Billy Graham. Now, over the years, his health wasn't the greatest. He started having all kinds of health hang-ups over the years, and some folks say because he was taking things he shouldn't have been taking. Well, I don't know. Anyway, all I can say is that Billy Graham or Overstar Billy Graham is up in heaven now with God and Jesus now. He's at rest now at a good stead. He'll be missed. And his friends and kin are going to miss him too. Now, I don't know what else to say about him. You know, I don't know if he was the. I guess there were some folks out there who may have liked him as a wrestler. Some may have not liked him as a wrestler. You know, and yes, as I said, he was a heel, so he did heelish things. Now, a lot of folks like to say in WWF and its WWE in its early days, they say that the good folk, the baby leers, held long winnings and the heels held it lesser. Well, that wasn't true. At least not with Billy Graham, because he held it for some time after he beat Bruno Sammartino for it, ending Bruno Sammartino's two-diff run with it. But he wouldn't hold it as long as the other. He wouldn't hold it as long as, let's say, Bruno Sammartino or Pedro Morales, which they would hold it. And he wouldn't hold it as long as Bob Backlund did, because, yeah, Bob Backlund would beat him for it. And then after that, well, that was the end. They said after that, and he either left WWE angry over. I don't know. He was in WWE for some time after that, but he left years late. He would leave late. He would soon leave WWE, I guess, by Well, I'm gonna say he would leave somewhere in the night between 80 YLs, but don't hold that to me. But he didn't like that he lost to Bob Backlund. I don't know why. But anyway, that's all I know about Billy Graham, or some call the overstar Billy Graham. Well, if you like this film, then follow me over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film we made yesterday over here when Sailor Mini-Moon talked about the 10-year day of Sailor Moon for Life. I, Sailor Poto Tissa, and I'll see you later. Bye.